Okay, welcome everybody to another webinar. If you're watching on YouTube, again, don't forget to subscribe, turn the notifications on. We record these every single week. And for those of you who are new to the community, everyone give them a quick wave. Hello, hello, hello. We've got a few people who are new to our online community on Facebook, the Business Educational Network for PTs. Jess, Brooke, Liz, Ugo, and Joseph, you can attend these. They are free to attend. And all of these lovely people in front of me today will be getting a ton of value. Today's topic is on the perfect one session offering, a budget alternative for people that have financial restrictions or excuses. So with that being said, we're going to get stuck in. You can request the replay if you want. But until then, let me know if you need anything that you need. And I will speak to you soon. All right, guys, let's get stuck in. Anything at all, first and foremost, general Q&A about anything. There are questions. I know there are, because I think, yes, Tan, I thought you were one of them. All right, what do we got?
For the rental PTs here, because I've been asked to put up a bio on my gym's app. And I know you gave one, Simon, and I'm not shitting on it. I just wanted to see what everyone else I had written in.
Yeah. Anyone want to share what they have on their bios, basically? On their bios in the gym.
Yeah, because everyone else was sounding a little too salesy, and I didn't want to be like that.
Exactly. That's a good point. Anyone want to give
a good answer? Well, I think it's good. It's a bit vain. I can send you mine if you'd like. I can put it on the group chat.
Yeah, that would be great.
I do get actually a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people actually just message me saying, "I actually picked you because of your bio." And I say, "Oh, why is that?" It's because in the last quarter of it, I just talk shit. Instead of, my hobbies are video games, board games. I like watching horror movies. If you see my quote, how I don't know if you've been to a everyone has a quote, if you want to be the best, you got to act like the best, blah, blah, blah. Yep, cool. Mine is actually, my favorite machine in the gym is the vending machine. And a lot of people say, you're funny, so I want to train with you. I was like, cool.
That's a really good point. Like people, like I always say, guys, a person hires a personal trainer for the person that the personal trainer is. That's you. Be funny like Nathan, but don't eat too much shit from the vending machine, right? You know what I mean? Like, or you can. It's up to you. When you play video games, you got a vending machine at home next to the PlayStation, Nate, or?
Yeah, sure, definitely. I wish.
Yeah, there you go.
I want to get an arcade. I want to get my own arcade machine.
Yeah, dope. That's awesome. That's awesome. Look, I love that. Like, it's a personal approach. Hopefully that helps, Tan. Anyone else want to share anything with what they have on theirs? Just be yourself, be different. And don't, again, the main thing here, Tan, like you said, don't come across like sleazy, cheesy. I always say this when I speak to new people online, like when I voice message people and separate myself from the rest of the people out there that are doing what I'm doing. It's like sleazy, cheesy, salesy, spammy. Don't be any of those things, right? Sleazy, cheesy, salesy, and spammy. I specialize in weight loss. I do this. Never make it about you either. Yeah, like never make it about you. So, literally, just like my favorite piece of equipment or my favorite machine in the gym is the vending machine. Perfect bio. As I mentioned as well, always put a QR code on. So I spoke to a few of you last week about just liking content. I'll always do this, like once every 8 to 12 weeks. I'll always politely ask people, can you just go and just like content? I'll then do the same for you. And it's to boost algorithms. We have a series of videos. We recorded about 14 of them last week, and we talk about the perfect addition to a PT bio or a PT poster. Make sure you're always adding in the QR code, which will separate you from everyone else, where people can actually take action very easily. They can scan, they can book in, especially if you're someone whose favorite piece of machinery is a vending machine. It means that they can take action quickly to meet that person and ask you what you're eating from the vending machine, right? That's what it is. So make sure you add the QR code on there, Tan. That's really important. And then hopefully that makes sense. But nice and authentic, I think, guys. Authentic is what you want. So hopefully that helps. Anything else coaching related of any kind before we get into this one? I don't think the coaching product today, like I've built it for you guys. You should be able to just drag and drop it. There'll be a few questions and, you know, about what the price point is and stuff like that. But this is something that won't take us like hours. You know, it's not going to be a long one. So is there anything at all about anyone's business? There always is. Like, these are the times to discuss. Cam, great to see you as well, brother. Great to see you, dude. Dan, good to see you too. Jack, as always. Anyone at all, anything. Otherwise, must be doing a good job. No one's got any questions. Sweet. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go through the perfect one session offering. So there is going to be, for those of you who are on here now, there are 2 new things that are going to be dropping. Number 1 is called the PT Pack. This is going to be a deliverable for students. So it's a deliverable for students. I think Mr. Pardo knows more than anyone else, having to deal with high volumes of people that, you know, when your time's valuable, as everyone else is here, right? Everyone's time is valuable. When you deal with students, it can be quite draining. You want to have an offering where you can actually still get rewarded for your time. We're building that for you at the moment. It's going to be non-branded. It's going to be very, very drag and droppable into anyone's business. It's not going to have like a bodybuilding approach or a bikini approach or girl or guy approach. It's going to be gender neutral. It's going to be aimed at anybody. It's not going to be called the student pack, or it's going to be for anyone that wants, hey, I want to do this myself. When you go and take people through orientations in the gym and you just know that they want to pick your brains, what I would do is basically deliver the basics, say this is the basics. If you don't want PT and it might not fit your budget, that's completely fine. This is what you need. You know, 5, 10, 15-page document. It's called the PT Pack. Take this, it'll give you nutrition, education, motivation, training splits. It'll give you workouts to follow, recipes, every single thing that my PT clients get, but it's a one-size-fits-all. You can take it. It costs $50, right? Sell it. If they don't want that, just literally see you later, guys, can't help you. That should be something that you can sell over periods of time that will accumulate you a lot of money. So we're going to deliver that, right, for you. Take it, drag it, drop it, sell it. Don't even need to put your logo on it if you don't want to. Just sell it. All right. Get rid of these people that sap the energy. Save your energy. Focus on people that are ready, as we always say. But the one that we're doing today is the one session drop. So last week, we discussed the perfect one session drop sell, which is a coaching-based product to get people primed to take action with their fitness journeys, right? Everyone has excuses. A lot of the time they'll blame it on financials. The only tricky part with this is, as I built this just before, it looks good. You're going to be able to take this and make it your own. Although, again, you don't need to. You can just take it as it is, and you can maybe just color code it to match the color scheme of your businesses. But basically, you don't need to amend it. The only thing is when I was building it, it's quite valuable. So the price point is for negotiation. But remember, this is a one session drop that is ideally there for people who have resistance financially, but you're still wanting to try and help. So I've used a lot of really good language in this that will connect to these guys. Anyone have any ideas, or did last week's seminar kind of resonate with people about, you know, wanting to create this one session drop or a coaching product or anything like that? Has anyone got any feedback on that before we get into this? Anyone like the idea or is looking forward to this, or anyone want to drop in anything? Nate?
Yeah, looking forward to it. I got a student today, and I've written in the notes, he's a student, probably needs just a once off, just so I go into it knowing.
100%. Okay, so this one here is more of a it's more of a reoccurring thing. The package for the student, the once off, the $50 or the $100 thing, is being built at the moment. So that one will be ready soon. But this one is like your drop sell. It's a one session drop based on, again, a good client of mine who does gold packages consist of 2 training and 1 coaching. Silver consists of 1 training and 1 coaching. And a bronze consists of your choice with your client of either a mindset coaching session or a physical training session. You can chop between the two as and when they need them. The mindset coaching, the idea is to completely prime them in here and eliminate any form of resistance, procrastination, belief, they're not good enough, all of this sort of stuff, which every single person has. So this is actually perfect for anybody to use with anybody. And to even get them started on this, like I said, the only thing is going to be the price point, because of how much value it is packed into it. You could use this to get anybody started. And I've basically put in exactly what to say, so you can just read it and it will close for you. So shall I just get to it, guys, and show you this shit? Let's go. Okay, well, what I'm going to do, share screen. Let's go through here. And there we will go here. I'll present this. All right, can people see this? Yeah, cool. All right, let me just minimize this a bit. Let's get this up. Okay, so what we call is, this is a bronze package, guys, but instead of a bronze, which is kind of your third, common third, you don't really want that. I've just called it a physical and mental makeover, and all the imagery and everything, I've kind of put this together to communicate, as you can see here, like with the brain. This is all designed for you to communicate with people's brains. It's also been put together with an approach of, there is no such thing as an excuse. It's a lack of prioritization. And in here, this is basically designed 8 slides of you to for you to take them away. So let's see, how do I actually skip to the next page? How do I do that? Okay, here we go. All right, so basically we call it the new you, and I put this here like 2023, kind of communicates subconsciously it's now. And if there's any spelling mistakes, I apologize, because I put this together 45 minutes ago. A physical trainer is not what most people need. Getting the right mindset to train is where it all starts. Again, remember, this is a equivalent of a 1-session bronze package, or even worse, a fortnightly or a monthly PT client, right? So we're priming them. Physical training, which is the first typo there, is not what most people need. Getting the right mindset to train is where it all starts. The physical and mental makeover package is designed to prime you to make a full overhaul, both mental and physically, over time. This package is not like anything you'll have ever seen before by any fitness trainer. Here we focus on a mixture of both physical and mental approaches to begin to create a version of yourself you didn't know existed within yourself. Everything starts with creating the belief, right? So it's kind of a pre-frame. It's always the same as what we do, right? Pre-framing. Now, the goal, why this is right for you. What we're going to do as well, guys, we're going to go through this, and then we're going to discuss how to deliver the coaching elements in it. Because I know, especially Sue, you had like questions how to deliver it. Why this is right for you. Everyone wants to get better. However, better is not always as simple as get up and take action that you've never taken action with before. Sometimes there are mental blockages, motivational issues, confidence, and belief setbacks that stop people beginning their journey. The physical and mental makeover package is designed to get you primed to increase your dedication to your fitness journey and create the belief that you can become better. Again, lots of nice little images here, like we're taking more of a holistic approach, but again, it's that photo of unlocking mentally what they need, right? What's included? Now, both physical and mental training, which is the main focus. As a team, you and your coach will determine what is best for you. Either mindset work or a direct physical approach consisting of training in the gym, right? These two approaches can be switched between each week as you choose. So again, sometimes people will want to start mentally. Most of the time, guys, you need to start mentally, right? Then they can go physical. If they have setbacks, what this package is kind of forecasting, and I'm trying to get you guys to do is, you know, when I've said if people don't get results within 2 weeks, stop physical training sessions. right? I've said that before. I can see Blade, Nathan, and Ray, right? Can you guys remember when I say that? Stop. This here gets you to start chopping and changing between physical and mental coaching or psychological coaching. So the mindset coaching / calls or sessions. If a mental approach is initially required, you will begin a mindset makeover. Face-to-face or via call, we will face head-on and eliminate negative setbacks that you have that hold you back from attacking your physical goals in the gym. There's an allocation of 15 to 30 minutes duration delivered weekly, right? Then you've got the physical coaching sessions in person. When you're ready to attack the gym with confidence and a newfound sense of belief, your physical transformation can begin. With a guarantee, you will stick out the process and work with your coach until your goals are achieved. Again, you're forecasting forward with them that this is not a short-term fix. You're working with your coach to guarantee that you will achieve your results. 30-minute duration, in-person training. You may at times want to revert back to the mindset calls where there's 15 to 30-minute allocation. Is everyone following this so far? Just thumbs. I can only see a few people, so yeah. Okay, continued. A fully tailored approach. Whether it's physical or mental, your coach will be, with full confidentiality, coaching you in a completely tailored and unique approach designed to specifically benefit you as an individual. This is not a one-size-fits-all approach. It is completely tailored to them, right? Planning and programming includes every aspect, or the package includes every aspect of programming you can imagine, with both mindset work and physical training, workouts, personal development tasks, nutrition, and a ton of education, all with the purpose of unlocking the new you is yours. Access to all training will be provided by your own digital online portal. So ideally, you have to have somewhere where this content is summarized. You do one piece of content, it can be delivered like these webinars that I record, can be viewed then by 10, 20, 100, 2,000 people, right? Your progress and makeover tracked. Each week, your gradual progress and improvement will be monitored, recorded, and kept track of in order to prove to you that you are moving forward. See the progress, reap the rewards, and become increasingly motivated to continue to get better. Check-ins are completed via a simple 5-question form filled in weekly, right? I highly recommend as well, and you can add in this as well if you want to do, the kickstart session we normally do, guys, when you sign someone up, you do that before photos, their measurements, all that sort of stuff, the programming. I would do that. You need to have a starting point, so I would still involve that in here. Again, we can add this in, but I just put in 6 value points for this one, right? Then you can go into, right, your before and afters, this was achieved with the Mindset Makeover package. This is achieved by the Mindset Makeover package. Couple of testimonials in here. The mindset makeover I received has literally made me a new person. I used to have fear when it came to stepping in the gym. A lot of people have anxiety of, confronting the gym and actually going to the gym. Therefore, they quit. What we want to do is make sure people succeed. Now I walk in fearless and make improvements every single week. That's a testimonial by Rachel. I'd never seen an approach like this before. The combination of a physical and mental approach was something I was blown away by. And because I unlocked my negative mindset, I'm now the person I wanted to be, right? By Jordan. Okay. So again, you want to talk realistically here. And with these, you may have testimonials that you can relate to like this. If not, just make them up, honestly. But you've got to communicate. Like I just freestyled these out. You're communicating to the mindset of someone who lacks belief, who's already sat there after having been shown gold and silver, going, excuses, excuses, excuses. Come at me, please. I'm trying to come up with excuses, right? And you want to speak to them. Investment. Now, this is where we'll have a debate after this. The investment to become a better you, $50 a week, 8-week minimum term where we can guarantee an overhaul will take place. It's $50 a week, right? This is budget. And if you combine what we've just gone through, almost too affordable. So this is where we're going to come together in a second. 50 bucks a week, 25 pounds a week. Like, you can't, like, I'd love to go lower than that, but you simply can't. But we can discuss some alternatives in a second. Then you have the closing page. Okay, summary. You are the only thing holding you back from the new you. What that does there, basically, again, you can just read this to them. It puts the emphasis on you. Again, it's got this little subconscious thing I put in here for 2023. All right, you could take that out and you could just put something like, I don't know, now. Do you know what I mean? Start now, or something like that. We understand that everyone has challenges going on in life, ones that will always be there: finances, stress, beliefs, setbacks, all of which this product has been built on solving for you. It's a simple question of if you are willing to deal with them and begin to prioritize you at the same time as dealing with the curveballs that life throws at you. We know you can do it. This is your opportunity. The new you starts now. Are there any questions, or are you just ready to find the person that you've been searching for? And that is exactly how you close it. I want you to read that to them. Is there any questions, or are you just ready to start finding the person you've been searching for? Now, I just want to go back to this. This is going to be the main topic of discussion here, the price point, right? We're going to delve into this. First and foremost, though, guys, anyone, oh, there's a few more people here now. Anyone like the presentation? You like the idea of it? I want some feedback first and foremost. So I've come at that with like a mental approach. I've chucked it together quite quickly. This is a product that is designed to get people who have basically rubbish excuses. These people, though, they're very hard to sell to because they have these excuses. The main thing I'm thinking of that people will want to discuss is probably price point. And then obviously probably chopping and changing between maybe the physical and mental sessions. Question time. So that's the presentation. I'm going to upload this. It can be found under stage 2. All right. I'm going to try and find a shareable, editable version. Charmaine, I asked you before, I don't know if you got that message. Can you actually share an editable version of anything? Do you know if you can? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look at Canva as well. Okay,
we'll have a look. Hopefully, look, I mean, I've built that so you can just take it and read it and sell it. Like if you're happy with the price point, but that is done. You don't even need a logo on it. Like it looks crisp. I think it looks neutral and it looks good. But let's discuss first and foremost, guys, what are the likes and don't likes here? And I want feedback. If anyone wants me to make changes to it, I can. Like I want to feel and hear your feedback. Let me know.
Just so I fully comprehend, that's basically like a budget version of the bronze package. Like they're still getting that one-on-one session.
Yeah. So what this is, Dan. So, and again, this is the end part of like I think the seminar when you had to dip out, right? So what this is the best drop sell. This is a bronze package. The thing is with a bronze package, it's a pet hate of mine. You can either call it bronze and then freaking 4th place and 5th place, which is fortnightly and monthly. Any single person that does monthly PT sessions, I mean this in the nicest way, just get rid of them as clients or put them onto this package now. Because you seeing someone once a month is pointless. Fortnightly is pointless. And as we pre-framed last week, anyone here had any life-changing, monumental 50-kilo weight loss clients with 1 session a week? No freaking way. They're basically people that can either not afford it, which is fine. And then, again, I've elaborated on the budget thing here today. I've elaborated on that, so you're actually confronting them with it. Or they're people that basically can't say no to you. Like I've had a lot of people here, Blade, you've experienced this firsthand where like people just can't say no, which is a reflection of you being a great salesman or saleswoman. But then they'll then cancel when they're not in front of you. They just won't sign up or they won't go ahead with it, right? So what this is, Dan, is a bronze package alternative designed for you to then get them motivated and then increase their sessions over time. Right? But you're not delivering both PT and physical, 2 types of PT sessions. You're doing one or the other. That's what you're doing. You're doing one or the other, and you're chopping and changing between the two. right? You're not going to give them a PT session plus, right? Plus a physical session. All right. So that's that. Let me just get this. I think there's someone here to do like something outside. Give me 1 second here, guys. Yeah, it does. Yeah, if I could just go to the garage, do that. Yeah, no worries. Okay. Yeah. So that's the. Hopefully that makes sense, Dan. This is not, because the whole thing was with Michael in the UK. Michael in the UK was delivering 3 sessions a week, 2 sessions a week, or 1 session a week, and a half an hour freaking mindset call, and then wondered why his profit margin wasn't there, and he was fully booked. It's because he was doing 15 hours worth of free calls. Where I said, dude, if you went and did 15 hours, that's 30 more sessions. That's another fucking, what's that? 75K, right? If you're base level, that's your profit margin. $1,500 a week, and it was because he was doing it for free. So you are doing chopping and changing between the two. What this is, guys, is a very psychological approach. And Michael, again, he is very psychological. He gives a shit a lot of about his clients, like we all do. But this is for you to choose between mental coaching and physical coaching. So hopefully that helps, Dan. Questions?
I had a question. It wasn't necessarily on the product itself, which I do think it looks pretty solid, to be honest. But it's more of the case that kind of getting training on how to give mental training sort of thing. Because I don't think I'm too bad at it, but I feel like there's definitely areas I could really focus on improving, and just getting an idea of like how to properly go about these mental sessions, cool. Similar to the way that we go around the physical sessions.
Perfect. So basically what content to include inside your portal that's going to help them overcome things mentally and what to go through. All right, let's do this. We're going to open up the chat, guys. Everyone here is experienced as a PT. I would like you all to just write inside the chat, please, one thing that is a mental setback that you get or a resistance from your clients when you coach them. One thing that is a problem, which is not, I can't bench press 100 kilos, I can only bench 60. That's a physical training problem, right? One setback, one excuse, chuck them all in there. And I'm going to wait until there is at least, how many? We nearly got 30 people, 29 people or whatever. So I'm going to wait till there's 20. And then this is exactly, because I think Sue as well. Sue, are you still here, Sue? I don't know whether you are. So yes, you are. Is this helping, Sue? Is this what you wanted to, what you wanted to? Yeah? You wanted this? Cool. All right. The chat is going 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20. I want 20 guys before. I want every single person. If you're driving car, don't crash. Don't do it. 16.
I missed the question. I'm not actually driving. I'm just reversing. What was the question?
I want you to put in the chat, if you can, right? If you can put in the chat an excuse or a setback that limits your clients that they have, that they often talk to you about. So it could be like lack of motivation, nutrition, don't have the time, whatever. That could help you put together content. We're at 20 now. Okay, we're at 20. All right. Let's go through these, because this is what your content in your portal, right, should be made up of. The reason why I haven't put this list together is because it's based on what you guys have now put in the chat. Like, you've got to come together here and obviously come up with your own stuff. So I'm going to go through here what we got. What do we got here? Okay, tracking food, difficulty sticking to their calories, time, money, social life gets in the way, motivation, exercise is boring. That's a good one. Consistency, bad relationship with food and nutrition. That's a great one, Sebi. I like, on that note as well, guys, anyone who puts in their normal tangible products, right? Nutrition, what I want you to do, and I should be doing this now anyway. I mean, we're going to be redoing all of our packages when we build out the strike courses, but when we're building these packages out, when you talk about nutrition, you want to communicate to them like this: nutrition provided, educate and overcome the bad relationships that you have with food that are causing you the setbacks with your weight gain, right? Communicate and elaborate on the points in your products that will speak to your clients or prospects' mind. So that's a good one. Lack of time management is a really good one, Aaron. Accountability, bad habits, and lack of discipline. Well done. Motivation, problem sticking to their food intake when on the road. Consistency, my partner doesn't support me by eating pizza. That's great. That's me. Bad habits, planning ahead. It's too hard. This is freaking perfect. Not knowing what to eat, motivation. I'm too busy with work. Accountability. Can everyone relate? They're all good, guys. Well done. Can anyone relate to all of them? Yeah.
Yeah, I can myself, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm actually the heaviest I've ever been, and I think part of it is due to which I told you, I'm no longer working at a manual labour sort of job. So now I'm much more sedentary, and I'm 101 kilos, and the heaviest I've ever been was 95, and I put on a stone in the last month. So now just cracking on and getting back to counting calories, getting back to brass tacks is what I'm having to do, and it's a bit of a struggle, but I'm getting back onto it.
Yeah, taking out them pancakes, brother. Do you know what I mean? Look, dude, well, that's why you're getting your steps up. Your cardio will balance out the sedentary activity with the increased activity. So, all right, now let's go in with this. I'm going to challenge someone. Who's up for a challenge? Go on, someone be confident. Jack, love it. All right.
I'll do it.
All right, Blade will do it too. We're going to do two because this is the content creation, guys. We're going to spend some time content creating now. I have all these things wrong with me. Let me see. Okay. All right, Jack, answer your own. Motivation, exercise is boring. If you were to create, Jack, a piece of content, right, to give people access to this. Now, bearing in mind, guys, that you may make a list of 5 things that are the biggest 5 things that are holding people back, right? If one of them is, and I don't know how many times I've said this, I freaking hate exercise. I don't enjoy it, man. I love the feeling it gets me, and I love how when I'm consistent with it, it makes me look, right? And I feel better. That's what I like, but I do not like lifting heavy weights. It's not enjoyable. You're mad. You're mad if you enjoy that shit, personally. Fucking deadlifting, fuck that. I don't want to do that. So, look, right, anyway, Jack, if someone said to you that, you know, one of my 5 things is motivation because I don't like exercise, how would you become a psychological trainer, and what would you say to them to overcome it or to help overcome it?
I would be more consultational and say, so what kind of exercises do you like and you don't like? So I've developed some sessions to do for my clients in the past that are like your favorite session. So they hate burpees, they hate lunges. There's no lunges in it. There's no burpees. You can do it out in the park. It's more body weight. You could add a little bit of a sprint to it. So they like getting outdoors, but they don't like coming to the gym, and they're stuck at work anyway. So it's worked for some of them.
There you go. So creating things that you do enjoy. Like I say, I don't like working out, using me as an example again. I do enjoy certain exercises more than others. So using them, that's great. So then what you've got to do as well, I would always say, is start small with the goals and just get them to execute. Like we've said before with nutrition, like don't get people to like log a whole week's worth of food when they can't even log one piece of an ingredient within one meal, right? Just get them to start small, execute one workout, make it fun, create a fun relationship with the workouts. We are not changing until we achieve this goal, right? And then again, utilization of the PT session log for accountability purposes. They break that bad habit. That's a good one, Jack. Blade, you said you were going to go, and Dan, you're going to go. Who's going? Dan?
Yeah, so initially you can humor them, make workouts around their preferences just to get them in, but then it can be really relationship building if you get them to do exercise they don't like, you know, kind of banter with them. I've got clients where, you know, they don't want to do certain exercises. I don't battle them. Sometimes I would say, you know, obviously the exercises you don't want to do are the most beneficial. So you do them in the PT sessions, you push them. If you've built that relationship with them, you can be a little bit more kind of play on that at the start, you make workouts based off their preferences to get them in there, get them comfortable. But then there's an element of who really likes working out. Do you want the results from working out? Shut up and do it. You know, it depends what your relationship is with them, and obviously their communication style. Some people you can be a bit harder on, some people you can't. If they're saying workouts are boring, I always say there's nothing more motivating than getting results. So just do it for 2 weeks and you're going to enjoy, not necessarily enjoy it, but you won't have to force yourself to do it because the results will be there. So sometimes there's that element of just jumping in the deep end and being a little bit more forceful with your coaching as opposed to being overly accommodating, and you'll get their respect in that sense.
I love that. That's very, very good. And I think what this product, if again, it's all down to whether you guys choose to use it. I just know for a fact that it will program you to become a better PT, right? It just will. But what it will also teach you, like Dan is saying here, there are different languages that people understand. There are, like people say with the love languages, right? Like touch, sense, you know, whatever. Like you can't, like, I can go in pretty hard with Dan if it needs to happen, right? Because me and Dan know each other very well. We've met each other face to face, which helps. We're friends outside of a professional relationship, but at the same time, if he needs to hear something, I'm going to tell him, right? The same thing, like I can't do that with everybody, right? Sometimes people need to hear what they need to hear and not what they want to hear. But it's how you deliver that. So what this will do is it will enable you to become a better psychological trainer, to be blunt, to be upfront, but also deliver it in a way where your client is going to absorb it the right way. And that's what I've kind of tried to do with the wording when building the package. It's simple. It's not like, you know, this is designed to make you get off your ass and get to work, because at the end of the day, that's what you're going to have to do. Like, that's not going to work, right? So that's a good point that Dan said there. Blade, what are you going to say about how you can educate with your point that you wrote down?
Right, well, basically, if people are having issues with like exercise, they don't like it at all. First, it depends on what their goals are, because if the goals are literally just weight loss, they don't need to do any exercise at all. It can be done purely with nutrition. Yeah. And so if that's their goal and they just really, really just don't want to do it, it's all going to be mindset coaching at the end of the day. Yeah. I always tell all my clients that if they want to, because most of my clients are ones that want to lose weight. There's a couple that want to build muscle, but most of them want to lose weight. I always tell them that, yes, I can get you to lose weight without any training, but if you want to get the look you want at the end of it, it's going to come with some resistance training. And it's sort of thing, over time, I try and work out exactly where their preferences are, because if they don't want to do anything that's really, really difficult, but they can get it done in a shorter time, I can switch them to a bit more isolation work, because it's going to be less fatiguing per exercise if they've got more time. But if they want to say, like, I don't have much time, I just want to get something smashed out, I don't want to be spending tons of time in the gym, I'll get them to do a lot more big compound movements, hitting more muscle groups. But if they like, it's just trying to find out which exercises they like to do, which stuff they want to be doing more or less, and then trying to base the entire training routine on that. But at the end of the day, like I said, most of it's going to come down to nutrition. So that's my thoughts on the matter anyway.
I 100% agree. Guys, this here, the mindset and physical makeover, you could even use this as a nutrition coaching package. Do you know what I mean? And we will get to price point shortly, but this is really important now, going through all this stuff and how you create the package, because nutrition is everything. Like, I mean, for me, and my wife especially, I'm super proud of her at the moment. She's smashing it. And for me at the moment, like, that gives me extra accountability to smash my shit. Like, my steps are always high, as everybody knows, but I only train 2 times a week, maybe 3, 4 if I'm pushing it, because I got some big stuff going on in my mind with work commitments at the moment, right? And again, we always end up putting ourselves, like Tammy spoke about recently, and a lot of people agreed with her, you put yourselves last, right? But basically, you could use this to just coach them. Like I said, it is refreshing, and it was certainly for me when I was coaching like 40, 50 sessions a week. I killed for when I had the opportunity to go, right, PT session, physical coaching session, not today. Sit down, mindset coaching session. They walked away having so much more clarity and came back achieving so many more results. And like it just in 1 week from having a 30-minute conversation with me. Do you know what I mean? So you don't even need to go into the physical stuff. And I think this is why I say you and your coach will work together. And this is exactly the same for you guys online here, right? Alex and Morgs, right? So you guys on Sebi as well, you build this for your online guys. It's never going to be you coaching them in the gym anyway. So you've got to make it more about giving them a solution to everything that's going to be holding them back mentally, that will enable them to take physical action. There's a couple here which are really, really good. Like Ash, you said here about it's too hard, right? Like therefore what we've got to come up with is you've got to come up with like, well, look, and it's coming up with the things that people have heard over and over again. Anything worth having, it does not come easy. It is that simple. If you expect to lose 20 kilos, right, then there's going to be a point in time where you have to do something which is semi-uncomfortable. So getting them to flirt with the idea of becoming uncomfortable and welcoming change, talking about where there's resistance, there's reward, and all this sort of stuff. Like this I'd love to be a topic which is sort of ongoing, guys, because I know a lot of you guys aren't like as psychologically training focused as like myself would be, you know what I mean? Or for some people that are. You know, I know obviously Alex has a massive psychological and holistic approach with his stuff, but it's hard to come up with this stuff. You know, it's how to like combat my partner doesn't support me by eating pizza. Like how do you create a piece of content to accommodate that? You know, you could give them the list of recipes where you can create pizzas which are clean. And it's 450 calories in a whole pizza rather than 450 calories in 1.5 slices. There is an answer for everything, but all of these excuses, you could even call the whole thing an the excuses solving Kickstarter package, right? Even though that's quite blunt, but all of this basically, guys, is to design people to eradicate and eliminate excuses and start seeing results, which then compounds to take more action to get more results. But it will all start from the mindset stuff that you do with them. Yeah.
Can I say something, bro?
Of course, brother.
Yeah. So I'm building one at the moment, and it's taking all my energy and focus. One thing that could help all of you is make it your own. Like, what did you do to become the person you are right now? Like you're such a motivated individual, all of you, because you're out there doing it right now. So what did it take for you to become the person that you are right now? That's massive. And however that looks for you, it doesn't necessarily have to relate to the client, but like that holds power right there, that holds weight. And just use that.
Definitely. Like, again, a person will hire a personal trainer like Alex for the person that Alex is, right? So therefore, the product that you want to sell or you want to provide the person needs to be a reflection of you as a person, basically. Otherwise, it comes scripted, like it's off a fucking shelf, yeah? Oh, you get this, you get mindset, access to these libraries. Whatever you do, guys, you do not copy and paste YouTube videos and give them shit to watch like that. I had someone, some topic once, or some topic here. I had someone once, right, who came to me who was with another mentor, and through COVID, they were told to read a book. That was their coaching advice that they got through COVID. Go and read a book, do some self-development. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, what? That's like saying, just go watch this YouTube video, bro. I'll see you later. You know, I'll see you on our coaching call in 5 months' time, because that's all you're getting. Like, it needs to come from you. Don't get, like Alex said, me and Alex are doing a lot of work at the moment on creating something. Alex's followers, his algorithms are pumped up. His followers are coming because of him and his content, his energy, his vibe. Therefore, what he's giving needs to be that, because that's what's attracting that audience to him. Can't then go, oh, okay, cool. So you've come to me based on my freaking, you know, all of my meditation stuff and my mindset work. But now what I'm going to give you is a push-pull plank split, do freaking HIIT cardio workouts, and follow keto diets. That won't work. They're not going to buy that. They've come to you for something different. So it has to reflect you. And this is why, again, all of the excuses that you've got, you could talk about it in your training that you compile, of which, guys, this will take time for you to do. Excuse me, I can't force you to create it. It's up to you whether you want to. I know it will be beneficial. Like, I created that PowerPoint presentation in 45 minutes, right? You could do it. It's simple, but then you'll record the content. The portal, I think a lot of people, does anyone not understand or have any questions about creating a portal where all this educational stuff can be summarized? Because a lot of people always ask about portal, ClickFunnels, what to use, Google Drive. Anyone need any, like, amplify on that? Yeah, cool. I'll do it anyway. So, like, a portal is something, obviously, that I give you access to. You summarize content. If you do a video a day and upload it to that portal, within a month, you're going to have 35 pieces of valuable content, right? Like, I can go through, personally, I can go through a blitz and record 15 in a day, right? Or don't do any for 15 weeks. Like, at the end of the day, chip away at it. Put it into either a ClickFunnels members area, but there's a fee attached to that. It's $100 USD a month. Otherwise, you can simply use a Google Drive. Use a Google Drive and you can put it mindset motivation, physical motivation to take action physically when in the gym, right? Recipes, MyFitnessPal training, right? Break it down into loads of stuff and you can do it. Like, that way it doesn't look the best, but again, it's very user friendly. Everyone knows Google Drive and it's easy to access, but you've got to give people access to this sort of stuff. Then you use this as an additional value set that you can give your gold and silver people as well. Like, whether it gets used is up to them. But then again, these people on the mindset level, they will use it because you'll give them action items to utilize that content. Okay, cool. Morgan, what's one thing you took away from watching that video on I'm too busy with work, right? Do you know what I mean? And then you're going to ask them about it on the calls. You're going to overcome things gradually. Before you know it, these people will have a different mindset, and then they'll actually make the easiest thing, which is physical training. All right, no worries, Ash. Physical training, the easiest part. Yeah. Any other questions so far on this? No. All right, price point. Let's talk about price point. Tell me, what do people think? How much do you think you should charge for this? It's really tricky because it's a low barrier product, but it's probably the most powerful product. No one knows.
I'm happy with that price point that you suggested. I would even go 45 plus GST, so like 49.5. So they think it's not 50, and it's like, okay, more attractive to people.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
If you're giving 30 minutes, wouldn't you price it the same as your 30-minute session?
Look, so this is the thing, right? This is the thing. It's meant to be a one session drop. Like, so it's the mindset coaching is between 15 and 30 minutes. If they're going to do physical training sessions, like the goal is to get them to do more than one session a week eventually, because I don't give a what people say. They have enough money to buy 2 sessions with a PT if they freaking want it. Yeah. If they want it. It's that simple. I don't care what anyone says. Look, if you're broken, you're on the streets, okay, you know what I mean? Whatever. But these guys, everyone has seen people wearing, you see anyone head to toe in Gymshark, right? With fake lips or freaking whatever, not being sexist against, with girls, but spending, I had a client recently say, I spent $900 on my hair, but now I can't afford a $50 shop. I'm sorry, motherfucker, but that priority is twisted. So like, it's that, and I'm saying it, it's blunt, it is what it is. Like, they have the money. So it's a good question, Tam, because it should therefore, because it's a reflection of the time you're giving them, be the same price. But you want to kind of initiate them to take, this is based to initiate people taking action, call them out on their crap, and to change their mindset so that they can actually pay you for 2 sessions or 3.
So that's more valuable. I personally, I don't think I would do it for, my rate is $60 for half an hour.
Yeah.
I can give them 15 to 30 minutes. It's up to them if they want to use it or not. But if it's going to be 30 minutes every week, then I think it should be my normal rate.
I think
like you're getting them to eventually, like you're getting them in a better place than if they were doing 2 sessions a week. Like
exactly.
I think.
I fully agree. So you can either go with a really budget offering of $10, which again, for Jack to do, taking $10, or your sessions are 70 per half an hour, Jack, right? I think you're 70 per 30. Is that right?
Yeah, 69.
Yeah, 69. So basically, Tam, for you, like you're right, the value overload and the difference, like I put in one of the testimonials, I had never seen a physical and mental combo package like this before. Therefore, the value is more than what I would just get with one PT session. Like I would say that you don't need to charge more than, right? Obviously, a 1 session offering, but you don't even have to go lower than the 1 session offering, like Jack has said. But at the end of the day, if you know these are people that need mindset coaching, then basically what I would do is you could go at 50 and you just give them a 15-minute phone call. And then when they're ready, right, when they're ready to do the PT, you can just say a $10 additional fee will be charged, which is the same rate as what 1 session per week people will be paying just doing physical training. Again, this is where it's up to you guys. Like you are as well here selling time for money. But this whole webinar today is about trying to service the people that have the excuses that we know is an excuse. So you don't want to then bend over backwards too much. So anyone else with an input with price point? Charmaine.
Yeah, so for me, I charge 75 half an hour, but I do a lot of outside work with my clients. So they have app access, they have mindset work, they have portal, they have help with nutrition and things like that. So that would be a good drop sell for me. Probably maybe like the 59 mark, I was thinking, no.
Yeah, 100%. This is the one thing with like, when you create members areas, right? I don't charge you guys like whatever it is plus a fee for the members area because you're paying for me, basically. That's what the content comes with it. I think for you, Charmaine, in your market, the price point it's top. And then like, even though, and you've got to stay true to this, like what you're providing in terms of value is freaking, it's a lot. The thing is though, like this product, people will use that content. Most people will not ever use the content you provide them. I've had so many people ask this, like, Sai, what's your thoughts on like a members area? They'll never use it, ever. What they serve as a purpose though is to justify to charge more, but you may then have a lot of people that ironically just drop off quickly because they're like, this is freaking expensive and I'm not utilizing that stuff, you know, like I just need the training. So it's a tricky one. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying you need to lower pricing because you believe the pricing is what it is. And you have plenty of people that pay it, obviously. But for this one, I would definitely, that means positively, you have enough room for a solid drop, right?
Yeah.
A solid drop with this one. So yeah, 59 could work.
Yeah. Because I am noticing that like some people will definitely use the value that I'm obviously, you know, giving to them. And then some people, like I know a lot of males, they don't want a lot of the mindset work. They just do a physical session. Yeah. And then there is some people obviously here at the coast, as we know, we've been experiencing, they don't have that much money or there's a lot of excuses around dollars and things like that. So that could be potentially a good doorway in, I guess. And then, you know, giving them at that extra value and then upping the price when they're ready.
That's correct. And I think this product is primed for somebody like yourself. Do you know what I mean? It's a drop sell where you're charging a good rate, like Jack, charging a good rate. Anyone who's charging more than $70 for half an hour, it's a good rate. This enables you to give them a drop where you're still getting benefited financially, but they're basically being given exactly what they need, but you're delivering it either in a mindset coaching session, right? Or a physical PT session that you're chopping and changing between the two of. And just before, Dan, just before you go with this one, I have mentioned this, I'm going to mention again. The last few webinars have been focused around providing the perfect solutions and drop sells for lower barrier clientele. And it's a really important time that we're doing this because of all this bollocks in the universe at the moment, is what I'm going to say politely without you knowing my thoughts on that shit. So there you go. Dan, what do you got?
So I just got a question. Sorry if this is just for me. Some people might take a value from it, but I charge $80 a week for coaching. That's without PT. That's how I upsell my bronze, silver, and gold packages. $80, you get a half-hour session and coaching. So you're essentially not paying for it. You know, silver, 70 a sesh, gold, 60 per sesh. If I was to take on a client, I was thinking about, you know, with the drop sell, they could just do their one-on-one session and I don't onboard them into my Voxer kind of. Obviously, the mindset coaching is very beneficial, but I take a lot of time to do my Voxers. If I'm going to drop sell them and charge them, you know, considerably less, then, you know, doing trackers and touching base with them every second day plus getting a session is probably too much. So I can give them the choice for either or. What are your thoughts on that?
So I think I have actually put it in here. I'm going to just share it again and go back to it. Did I put it? I was in here. I actually put it in, but I took it out. Or so face-to-face. So if a mental approach is initially required, you will begin a mindset makeover. Face-to-face or via call or app access. So you could do it via Voxer. Again, someone like yourself, bro, like, and then you're gonna your mindset coach them from there. And then you just send in, like I said with you guys, right? Those check-ins, of which a large percentage of people forget, I'm gonna put to fill in. They're fucking important, right? You're not gonna get the best out of me if you don't fill that shit in. Just like if you don't fill in the business trackers. Yeah, I can't see where you're at, so how can I help you? You know, so it's the same as that. You could use an application and then you just drop a little check-in through there. You've got to, and this is why it's a really good point what Dan's made here. You don't want to create a lot of work. You don't want to create a lot of work for yourself with this. Again, this is a one-session offering. All right, it's a maximum amount of half an hour output per week, right? Where if anything, you're giving them it at the same price, like Tammy said, or a slightly discounted rate if you're getting a lot of people with a lot of monetary objections, which again, guys, you've got to see as BS. It is rubbish. And therefore, I wouldn't push these products onto these people because they just don't want it. So if someone mentions money, you can say, look, this is the budget alternative. Or if you see someone that's lacking a lot of mental belief in themselves, then this is something you can tell them straight away. Just like, look, I think this is better for you. No gold, no silver. Start with this. We build on it. You actually force that on them rather than try and sell them something more, which makes you come across like you're looking for hunger and you want to eat, right? Financially, they'll have respect for that, for sure. So, but yeah, you want to make sure that your time outlay is not like huge. If your time outlay is huge, you're screwed because you're selling, you over delivering. Yeah. So that's that.
So Simon, I have a question.
Yes.
The mindset drop session is awesome, and I have it's brought to mind a lady that I spoke to quite a wee while ago, and she was the one that had lots of excuses about everything. I mean, this would be perfect for her because there's obviously resistance around that. How would I then approach her? I haven't spoken to her in a while, as I said, about this type of yeah.
So basically, I would just touch base and say, hey, you know, obviously last time we spoke, you know, there was a lot of XYZ resistance or whatever, or mind or blockages mentally. We found that and confide in them by saying, like, it's not just you. So a lot of people have that. And especially in society these days, guys, like mental health, anxiety is like all at all-time highs. You know, like I never experienced like mental weakness, but I've been very open and vulnerable recently that I experienced it, right? I talk about it, it makes me feel better. So tell people that there's a lot of this stuff going around. Therefore, I've come up with a product to solve it. And it's also a budget product as well, but it's actually packed with more value. Would you like me to send it through? This is purely mental focused and physical training too. And just say, would you like me to send it through? That's it. You can just be only open and not forceful, yeah? And I give you open and you're forceful, and it just comes across like you're trying to sell something. That's all you can do. That's all you can do.
So she didn't actually say that, she just came up with the excuses. So she didn't say that she's had, you know, resistance. I just know that she's got resistance.
Okay. You can just tell her that. I sensed there was some resistance.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Thank you.
I sensed there was resistance, and I sensed that this could be a benefit to you. But then again, she will see that as you then pushing that on. Right? So yeah, that's what she will.
All right.
She will say for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I use this, guys, with new clients. You could adapt this in with existing clients that are doing 1 session a week. Again, the biggest thing you guys need to do, whether you're online or face-to-face, is you need to be personal and psychological trainers. If anyone is going through shit, yeah, you've got to pull them up and stop the physical training. And it's literally that simple. You can't just continue to be physical. It's the worst trait in the industry, seeing rep counters and people on their phones that are just physical trainers that have no mental care about their clients. So yeah, so it's that simple. Any other questions, guys? Now, what I'll do with this is, Michael, go for it, go.
Just with the price point, if you're doing it at $50, that's all cool. If they decided they want to come up and bump up to a silver, because they're basically getting everything included that we do normally anyway. If you priced out at like $60 or $70, how you then have that conversation about increasing the price.
This is a really good point. This is a really good point. The reason why I put it at 50 is so that it's budget. So $10 less if your session average is 60 per half hour. You give them a 20% drop because you want to see them get started to overcome mental objections. When people see the value in you, they'll pay double for it. They will. A lot of people don't pay you initially because they don't know you, like you, and trust you enough. Or I say this to a lot of people, sometimes you're just not the right trainer for them. A lot of people will just be like, they're never going to tell you, but they'll be like, Simon, to be honest with you, man, I don't like your style. You're too full on. You care about my goals more than myself. And I can't see myself working with you. You're too strong, right? But then they're not going to tell you, but that's an excuse, right? That they might have. When they use this product, Michael, you just upsell them to your normal silvers. You don't continue to offer them discounted services. You just upsell them because they're in. Like I've said there, like in the testimonials, it's very like, this product I've never seen before has enabled me to unlock mentally so that I'm now the best physical version of myself, right? And once you have the trust of these guys, you'll be able to just bump them up the ladder, like as and when and if and when you deem necessary that they can benefit from that. So yeah, for sure. Any other questions, guys? Feel free when you watch this back, right? If you ever want a list, because the chat here, I'm just scrolling up and down in it. There's a list there straight away of 20 pieces of content. Now, I take this product off the side, guys. I highly recommend that you should have some sort of members area of some kind that reflects this sort of stuff, right? When someone's faced with something, you need to be able to go, right, I've got something, here's the solution, watch this video tonight, set that as their punishment for their task for the week is to watch that video, and then put their accountable punishment with it. Do you know what I mean? You need to create content. Like it's what's going to enable you eventually to scale. You're going to have so many people ask the same questions when you're coaching 40, 50, 60, 80, 100, 200, 1,000 people. You can't deliver things individually. It just consumes you mentally. It's very, very hard to deal with. So you've got to have content. And this is the beginning of potentially creating that. Any questions about creating content and videos and equipment and stuff like that you need, just ask me. But I think that is that for that. But use this, guys. It's powerful, and tap into your inner psychological trainer. Any other questions, or are we good? We're good. All right, guys. I love you and leave you there. This will be uploaded shortly to the portal. Check it out if you need it. And I will put this inside stage 2 so you can access the 1 session drop template in there. All right, speak to you all soon. Well done.